Welcome back to another episode of Tasty Breakers and Company. Now, as you may have noticed, we've been on a bit of a hiatus for the past few weeks. Rest assured, we were not involved in a Ouija board related accident, and no, our 24/7 burning of incense absolutely did not start a fire that engulfed the entire apartment complex, only to be put out by a well-organized bucket brigade comprised of fellow tenants whose camaraderie is a testament to the power of community among one's neighbors. We did have a video prepared for last week, but have opted against posting it after coming under a little flack from the gods. So in lieu of a top 5 video, we thought it might be kind of fun to share this tale of woe with you, our loyal subjects, and give y'all a little peek behind the mystical veil, so to speak, at the Tasty and Breaky Makers studio. I guess our story begins right around the time we got our first transmission from the cosmos. We were working our job as groundskeeper for the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Company, trimming the hedges into the shape of little alcoholic gnomes, beer bongs, football helmets, that sort of thing. Certainly not the sort of career you might expect a prophet to be in, but, you know, Jesus was a carpenter, so we say don't judge. Anyways, after the first transmissions from the gods, a seed of doubt began to grow in our minds regarding the legitimacy of our prognostications. What if the gods had made a mistake and didn't realize that we're just the dude who carves Mr. Anheuser-Busch's hedges into the shape of titties? Surely we weren't deserving of such power. Although I am told imposter syndrome is very common among the clairvoyant. So, in order to prove our legitimacy to the gods, we decided to divine a top 5 video from a separate source without the help from the gods. Naturally, we chose the comedic stylings of Howie Mandel's TikTok channel to be the source material in order to see beyond and find this week's SoundCloud rapper. Quite by accident, we discovered that Howie seemed to be under duress. His channel was filled with kind of cloaked attempts to alert the public of his captivity. What on the surface appeared to be hilarious TikTok comedy gold was actually a disturbing message. Help me, tasty break makers. Break me from this cage. Obviously, we abandoned our unsanctioned top 5 video immediately and alerted the gods to the plight of the beloved game show host. This, of course, meant admitting that we had gone behind their backs in an attempt to access secrets that were not ours to divine. They refused to help Howie, stating only, "His punishment is of a nature that does not concern you, nor would you be fit to comprehend it even if it did." Oh yeah! Welcome back to another episode of Tastemakers and Breakers. Today, we're taking a closer look at the musical stylings of West Nile. This artist's moniker is a subtle nod to the single-stranded RNA virus spread by the Culex species of mosquito. We think this is an appropriate name for Old West, as his music is deadly and he is very ill. Without further ado, here is the West Nile Top 5. This harsh warning was only the beginning of their rebuke, as it would turn out. The gods brought up the spiritual contract by which we are bound. In it, we agreed to review and rank the top 5 tracks of 15 of the most influential and spiritually relevant SoundCloud artists and share them with the people. For our labor, we are going to be rewarded with a 4-pack of Jewel Mango Pods, the uncanny ability to shotgun beers really fast, and world-renowned skill on the banjo. Yeah, that's us. In retrospect, our negotiations into the spiritual contract leave much to be desired. We should have asked for world peace, or at least a hot side piece. But hey, that's the price you pay when you're a wheeler dealer. Sometimes you do the wheeling, sometimes the gods do the dealing. Suffice it to say, the gods delivered our requested Mango Pods, beer slamming abilities, and made us into the finest banjo players this side of the Willamette River. But they have demanded we uphold our end of the deal and continue to make these videos. We tried to explain to the gods that no one likes us or watches our videos, and that the people simply won't listen to our SoundCloud prophecy. That's the thing about being prophets, the gods replied. You will spend your entire life working in obscurity. You will speak truth, but it will fall upon deaf ears. You will be mocked, tormented, and cast out from society. You will toil in the thistles, and the thorns will cut your feet. The hot sun will burn your eyes, and the earth will not yield its fruit. You will walk a lonely road, quoting lyrics from Green Day songs that no one remembers. And when it's all said and done, you will die in solitude. Then, 100 years later, people will be like, oh man, these people were actually right about some stuff.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me and I walk alone.
Hopefully this video makes up for our time off and serves as an apology and explanation to you, our rabid fans. No doubt this will clear up a lot of questions regarding our motives and the source of our uncanny ability to divine the catalogs of SoundCloud rappers. To you, our fans, I leave you with this. You now know enough truth that you cannot go back to your old lives, but you do not yet know enough truth for people to take you seriously. Take heart that we will give you all the answers you will need in your journey, and tune in next week for another installment of the Taste, Make, Break, and Friends.
Everybody wants to know what I'm on. What am I on? I'm on my bike, busting my ass 6 hours a day. What are you on?